channel, welcome to episode 32 of our Team Lotus F1 Manager series as we are heading to Imola in this one, getting close already to the halfway point of this season. Well, actually about a third way through, getting close to a third of the way through this season. And what a season it's been so far. We've propelled our way up the grid. And nearly last time out in Miami, we became race winners. Although we technically did, because we did win the sprint race in Miami. But it's the full races where we count those wins, really. And as I say, we were nearly so close to winning that race in Miami. But unfortunately, we got a little bit mixed up in the pit stops in terms of maybe pitting a little bit early, which wrecked our tyres. And then Oscar Piastri jumped over to those intermediate tyres at the end and had pure pace. And actual fact, we are very lucky that the race ended when it did, because Lando Norris would have got us if it went on a lap longer. But still, it's second place for Danny Rick. So he's got 2 second place finishes in a row on the Sunday races with a sprint race victory in between. So it's going very, very well for Team Lotus. But we are going to slow up on the design work. I think, in fact, we are already... Yeah, so we've got research underway. We have got some final designs that we just finished that we're manufacturing. But apart from that, we're going to be full on research because of the big regulation changes coming in 2026. So we're probably at the peak of our powers now in terms of performance of the car. So right now is the best chance to try and potentially get a win. I didn't think that would happen this season, but the pace of the car is very good at the moment. So potentially challenge for a win, try and get a few more podiums. But as the races go on, we will slip back down the grid. So I still think our battle is going to be with Aston Martin for 5th place. We took 32 points last time out in Miami, so a really good advantage over them. So we've got to gain these points whilst we're, as I say, got that performance boost, so to speak. As the races go on, I think we'll drop off on these top 4 teams and come back to the clutches of Aston Martin, because we're full on research to try and mount a title challenge in 2026. But let's crack on as we head to Imola. If you're not already and you're enjoying the series, please do subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell to be made aware of the latest episodes in this series. Please like the video if you like the content and get involved down below in the comments. But let's head towards Imola and get back out on track. Okay, we have our first research project completed. The new underfloor is done for 2026. And we're going to go straight in and do another underfloor. And we'll put... we've got 37 days till the next ATR. When are these other designs finishing? Yeah, we will get a couple more in. So let's go research. Sorry, underfloor. Let's go 1.4. And we'll do 17 wind tunnel hours. Let's go for that. We'll do 1 engineer again. That's going to be another $1 million, 33 days. Budget-wise, we're at $12 million at the moment, so pretty healthy, but we have got to keep in mind if we need to pay for some extra parts across the season. Ooh, good news here. Arvid Lindblad has gone up from 63 overall to 64. Okay, we have arrived at Imola for the race weekend, and just want to have a look at the car parts development. So we have got a new rear wing on both cars, and suspension, we've got 1 new. So these were the final 2 designs that we've done before moving to research. So the rear wing, which is on both cars. Suspension, we've only been able to get 1 on, and it is Liam Lawson's turn to receive those upgrades. And Danny Rick will get it by the next race. So that'll be our final designs on the car for a little while. We might do another design once these next research projects finish. But for now, that will be... Well, Liam Lawson's got all the new designs and the designs as is on the car. And Danny Rick just waiting for that last one. Hey then, let's jump into this race weekend. Set the targets. We're 9th for hire with Danny Rick and 10th for hire with Liam Lawson as we begin practice in Imola. Here we go then, out of the garage in Imola to begin practice and hunt down, hopefully, a perfect setup for both drivers. Practice in Imola completed, and it has gone very well with us. 100% setup satisfaction for both drivers, as well as 100% on track acclimatization. The only one that is a little bit out of your hands is car parts knowledge. It goes up very slowly. Danny Rick still with those new parts from the last race, but also the new rear wing. So he's nearly at 100%, 97%, gives him an overall driver preparation of 99%. Liam Lawson, he's still building up his car parts knowledge on those previous parts. He also has the new rear wing and, was it the chassis? He's got an extra part than Danny Rick. So a little bit lower at 87%. 96% driver preparation for Liam Lawson, 99% for Daniel Ricciardo, but both set up very well as we head to qualifying. But as always, we'll get them out and skip through this first run. Hopefully no traffic, and hopefully it'll be enough to get us through. Let's just have a look at the pit lane. K-Mag coming out. Hopefully he didn't hold us up too much there, and that will be pretty good for us. Lawson may be held up there. 6/10 off Ricciardo. Expect him to be a little bit closer than that. And we'll see what the times look like, and then we may have to go back on track. Rogovic now had a spin in Q1. He's having a bit of a nightmare weekend, isn't he?
And around they spin.
In that Alpine. And we've got 2 minutes to go here. We're not heading out because Ricciardo has got 3 temps in hand. So again, this extra upgrades making us the quickest car on the grid perhaps here. If it is, I don't expect it to last long, but could be in contention for another pole and a race win as we head to Q2. The same setup as always in Q2. We'll run this scrub set of softs we used in Q1 and see how we do on those. And then we will potentially go out on a fresh set of softs if we need to. Bit more traffic on this run, so it may be that we need to go out. They are very close on that run. We'll see what the times look like once all the drivers complete their laps. Right, we're not going to go back out. Most drivers did use a scrub set of softs, but I mean, we seem to have blistering pace round here. This is looking really good for the race and Q3, so we're not going out. We're going to get checkered flag in 1 minute's time. Let's see where we sit. I think we're going to be pretty safe as Bottas splits us, but yeah, we're safely through to Q3. This is nice and easy, isn't it? Here we go then. We are starting our flying laps in Q3 here. Ricciardo is first on the road. Liam Lawson just behind him. You should see him there in the distance. And hopefully we should get some green sectors here. Hopefully some purples. And it is purple for Daniel Ricciardo through that first sector. It is a 22.6. Liam Lawson 22.63. So 300ths between them through the first sector. Very close indeed. Verstappen has finished. The pole time is a 1:11.4 as the Ferrari gets out of the way there. Nicely of both drivers. Coming up to the second sector time very soon. Is it going to be another purple sector for Daniel Ricciardo? No. Slower. Did he get held up by that Ferrari then? The 24.3. 24.4. It's pretty close. So I don't think he did. It's going to be very close between our drivers. It's going to come down to this final sector. Daniel Ricciardo, a couple of corners to go then. Is this going to be enough for provisional pole for Daniel Ricciardo? Back-to-back poles potentially. He is on pole, but what does Liam Lawson do? He takes it off him. Liam Lawson by nearly 2/10 of a second is on provisional pole. Let's see who else is on a lap. I don't think anyone is going to do any better than that. I think it's a 1-2 here. In Imola, these upgrades have absolutely propelled our car into some kind of rocket ship around here at Imola. We've been quick through every qualifying session. George Russell takes the flag, does not improve. And Charles, I think, is on an in-lap. Yeah, checkered flag. He's coming into the pit. So by nearly 2/10, Lawson takes pole and an extra 10 from Ricciardo to Verstappen. It's a 1-2 for Team Lotus, and it's a first ever pole position for Liam Lawson. And we see it there. Liam Lawson first, Daniel Ricciardo second, Max Verstappen third, George Russell fourth, Valtteri Bottas fifth, Lewis Hamilton sixth, Charles Leclerc seventh, Carlos Sainz eighth, Oscar Piastri 9th, and Teo Pourchaire in 10th. So we missed at the time, but there we go. Lando Norris was knocked out in Q2, so he qualifies 11th, and it's only 13th and 14th for the two Aston Martins. But we have sealed a 1-2. As I've been saying across the last couple of episodes, we're at the peak of our powers here in terms of design. We've gone very heavy on design, but that has stopped now. So whilst we look like we might actually be the quickest car on the grid at the moment, that's probably only going to last maybe this race and a few others because we're not adding designs to it. So I expect these cars, who are only a 10th or so behind here, to come back at us and we'll start to slip back down. But it is very enjoyable whilst it lasts. And let's jump into some strategy before we start the Grand Prix in Imola. Here we go then. I've looked at quite a few strategies here. Looked to mix it up a little bit, but it looks like the medium to hard one-stopper is going to be the quickest way round here. Starting on the medium rather than the hard, because you can make two mediums and a soft or two softs and a medium work here. So if we build enough of a gap, we may wish to move on to softs, or if the race changes a little bit, we've got a bit more to play with, I think, by starting on a quicker tyre, rather than maybe sacrificing pace in the early phases by starting on a hard. So, going to start on medium with both drivers, and then around the same sort of lap, we're going to come in on those hards, but we can manage that so we don't have to double stack if we don't need to. But it's a one-stopper, mediums to hards, as Liam Lawson starts on pole and Daniel Ricciardo in second place. Here we go then, Team Lotus on pole.
And it's lights out.
And off we go. So Lawson P1, Ricciardo P2. Hopefully we don't squabble and lose time here. And Verstappen is in P3, already looking to challenge Ricciardo here, which wouldn't be good for our race, but it looks like Verstappen is going to be through on Daniel Ricciardo. So we lose out there. Bottas is well pressurising. Let's just look at the tyres. So most of the grid on the mediums, just 3 hard runners. Hamilton in P7, Théo Pourchaire and Van Dorn.
See what happens.
As we see, Bottas has managed to squeeze past Ricciardo here as well.
It's there for the taking.
You don't expect a move there, but that is very nicely done from Bottas, we must say. So Daniel Ricciardo going backwards a little bit here. He's got George Russell on him now as well. The AI are coming out fighting here. So we're going to be under pressure from Verstappen here. I see Perez, the usual, was knocked out in SQ2. I believe Hamilton was as well, though. I haven't been able to watch it as yet. But here we go. Back to the action on screen. It's going to be Verstappen, I think. Get past Lawson here. With the help of DRS. Now what we want to do is just try and save a bit of battery now and stay with Max. Oh no, there's a bit of a 2-second gap to Piastri, but it is still very much a DRS train here at the moment.
Okay, head down, we keep focusing.
Right, Lawson, DRS assisted. Come on, back for the lead of this Grand Prix in Imola. We'll harvest back into the first corner here just to get a bit of that battery back.
You're on fire,
Ricciardo, what's the tyres saying? 87%. Yeah, we're not too bad on tyres.
No problem.
Pace is looking good in the car. Right, 5 laps gone. Let's get down to business here now. I've just realised I've not changed the display, so that's better.
Alrighty.
Right, so Max is probably going to get back past us here. Ricciardo gets past Bottas.
And we're watching Daniel Ricciardo.
So it's very close between this top 4 now, and Daniel Ricciardo is into 3rd place. Of course, started P2. Russell is still about there, so yeah, I think Max will get past us here because the DRS. Absolutely fine. Is Danny Rick going to give it a go as well? I probably don't want them fighting really at the moment. Might be too late though. Oh no, he's just letting back past. That wasn't ideal. Hopefully that doesn't compromise Danny Rick. No, he's fine. I just didn't want them to crash into each other at this stage. Right, here we go then. Lawson's just got to stay in that DRS. Got a yellow flag though. That was very brief. Gasly's locked up, is now last.
Let's take a look at the replay. Here we are down at turn 7. And the car just locks. Just unable to control the car by that point.
Lawson's dropped out of that DRS. We had his battery on harvest.
Copy.
Being distracted by real F1. Right, let's concentrate on this string because we're in contention for a win here.
Copy that, copy.
Charge on.
Understood.
Always defend here from Danny Rick.
Keep that position if you can, please.
Oh, that's better.
Charge up.
Oh, we're back into the DRS. Dark Lord, do a swap maybe. Rick looks more racy. I think it's because I left Lawson on Harvest there, so I don't think that was a true representation, but we'll see how we go across this next lap. Of course, he is benefiting from the slipstream as well. We do need to get Lawson into that DRS of Max, though. It's just because Bottas is so close, so I could ask Lawson to get out of the way, but... I'm going to ask Lawson to move out of the way,
Driver
but...
swap.
Thanks. Okay, copy.
Oh, we don't see where we are. We're fine. We're fine. Right, they're swapped. Got a yellow flag again. Brief. As the Mercedes are fighting it out. Zhou is locked up this time round.
Copy.
Right, so Ricciardo's back to P2. That's where he started. Lawson's already dropped out of the DRS of Danny Rick. He really needs to get that back. If not, he's going to be under a lot of pressure. He has got it back just about. Bottas, though, looking very pacey, although dropped off a bit there. Verstappen has got a mechanical fault apparently here. Now, I think it's just the lead car because the other car is getting a slipstream. So we've swapped them round, but now it looks like Lawson's a lot quicker than Ricciardo. But it's not the case, it's just they're benefiting from that slipstream in DRS. We need Danny Rick to get to Max, basically.
And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
We need Daniel Ricciardo to get into Max's DRS
Understood.
and drag Lawson with him.
Overtake available.
What is Max's problem? He's got an engine issue. Is that going to cause him to be slower anyway?
Update on tires, please.
Stable. Stable with that bit of tech.
I mean, our engine is 36%, to be fair. Right, we are very much in Max's DRS now. I wonder if a two-stopper could work for Lawson or... Again, we've seen this quite a lot so far this season, these DRS trains, because these cars look very close in performance. It's Ricciardo getting very punchy on Max. Max has suddenly dropped off, hasn't he? So this could be the moment for Daniel Ricciardo to take the lead of the race in Imola. DRS is open, side by side. This should be easy work. Daniel Ricciardo. Is Liam Lawson going to sneak through as well? Follow his teammate Slipstream. Max covers him off. Looked at the outside, but no doing. But Daniel Ricciardo is into the lead of the Grand Prix. I think Max is struggling here. Lawson looks at the inside. It's going to be a struggle to get up in there. Max has got an engine issue, so is that costing him here? What is the pit loss here? 28 seconds. Yeah, so to pit now would be dead last. It's just too early to do anything about that. We'll keep monitoring that, though. It might be worth changing the strategy up, going on a split strategy to Ricciardo and the rest of these. Verstappen goes defensive again very early on there. Ricciardo not quite a second in front yet. So he'll be under pressure from Max into the first corner.
I can do it. Come on.
Here we go. DRS for Lawson, though.
Overtake available.
Looks like Ricciardo should be okay.
Understood.
Good use of the battery out of that final corner. Lawson and the pack on Max, but not enough because Max has still got DRS on Daniel Ricciardo. So we continue in this DRS train, which is up till Piastri in P8. So the top 7 separated by 2.1 seconds here after 12 laps. And there you see them. Right, we're back to Harvest. Just get a bit back in that first corner.
Okay.
Here we go then. DRS, the battery life has helped a lot this time, though. We're already side by side with Max. DRS is open. Max has got DRS as well, of course. But it looks like we're getting a little bit more slipstream off a teammate. Liam Lawson past Max Verstappen and into P2. So we're back into a 1-2 with Team Lotus, but we've swapped round with now Daniel Ricciardo leading the race. Liam Lawson in P2. Just momentarily gone a second to Russell, but I think he'll close that up, and he is already closing that up. 13 laps gone. And it's very tasty. A win is definitely on for us here. I will have to hand the position back to Lawson because, of course, we asked Lawson to swap. So Ricciardo hasn't got past Daniel Ricciardo hasn't got past Lawson from his own doing. We asked him to get out of the way, so we will need to swap those back, but we will let them fight. But hopefully, if we can pull a gap here, that'll be very nice. We'll ask Daniel Ricciardo to deploy.
Click overtake available.
It's nearly a second to Max here. Very close, but I think we'll be pretty safe into this first corner. We've built 1.3 to Max here. 1.4, so this is looking nice for us here. But Russell, I wonder what Russell's pace is going to be now. Russell and Bottas, because they've both cleared Verstappen. I think Verstappen was struggling with that engine issue. So I think this is going to be a very close race. As I say, you may be looking at this and thinking, well, Lawson is so much quicker, let him pass. But it's just because he's benefiting from that toe and the DRS on the straight, and then you can just follow all the way through the lap. If we swap them around, you're just going to see the same thing with Ricciardo because they're so closely matched. We do need to swap them around because, of course, as I said, we allowed Ricciardo to take the lead whilst Lawson was leading. So it's 29 seconds. So now we would clear Ocon, and we'd have 5 seconds to put Teo Portier if we wanted to do something a little bit different here.
Copy. Copy.
Let's just have a look here. We could do something like, says it's 7 seconds slower. Don't know. We're keeping on this strategy for now, but a two-stopper might be worth switching after splitting the strategy between our two drivers. I think it might be worthwhile.
P2.
What lap would that be? That would be lap 24 that would stop. So it'd be in 3 laps time. What do we think, chat? Do we keep them both on the one stop, the medium to hard, or do we put Lawson on a 2-stop, go softs in 3 laps time, and then a second set of softs towards the end? Let me know in the chat what you think. I think we should swap him over.
Copy.
And try something a little bit different. I think we asked Danny Rick to let him go.
Okay, understood.
Let's try to clear him as quick as we can.
Time to push.
Right, now I'm not asking Lawson to push. I just want Ricciardo to stay with him. Keep Bottas out of the DRS here. I'm going to switch Lawson over to a 2-stop. Time will tell if that's the right or wrong thing to do, but I think it's A good thing to have our drivers on a split strategy here. Verstappen's fault is getting worse. I'm not sure he's going to make it to the end here. Right, Lawson, we can just use this tyre life now. Because we're going to be coming in what, 3 laps time now. Right, Lawson sets the fastest lap of the race, so really pushing now.
That was fastest lap.
Let's get him in. I think this might be the way to go with both of them, you know. Leader, it's 29 seconds. Oh, we need to clear Magnussen really here. Because it's a massive gap to Alonso. That'd be perfect. It was 29 seconds. Just realised we're harvesting. We don't want that.
Copy.
Yeah, we've got the 29 seconds. I think we switched to the 2-stop with both of them, you know. Because Ricciardo's tyres are not going to make that last anyway. This may not work for us, but... I feel Lawson's pace that he's just shown there might be enough. Setting the fastest lap as well on his in-lap here. On his previous lap. He's now on his in-lap. Ricciardo. Yeah, so let's push Ricciardo now.
And we open the gap if we can. You're doing a good job.
Look, it's 5 seconds to Bottas now. Now we're pushing. So although we'll stop an extra time than them, I feel the pace is going to be good. Just need the pit crew now. Nice and neat and tidy, please. Yellow flag. Still a yellow flag. Please do not change to a safety car.
Okay.
Rogovic has had a lock-up. He should get going again. Yeah, yellow flag's clear, so that's fine. 2.5, that's fine for us. We take that. So we want to clear Magnussen here. He was the driver we needed to clear. I want to get Danny Rick in as well this stop.
Okay, box.
Comes K-Mag. I think K-Mag might have us here.
Box confirmed.
No, it's going to be close. Yeah, we're going to be fine, actually. That's good. That's good news. So we clear K-Mag. We've got that open gap now of, what was it, about 11 seconds? Yeah, 11 seconds now to Alonso. So that's a perfect place for us to stop. Ricciardo has not got the 29 seconds, though.
Box.
The Mercedes were right on us, so I just think we need to get in and get some pace in Ricciardo. So Magnussen will be ahead of us by a couple of seconds. Verstappen and Piastri in as well. So perhaps Lawson is triggering the first round of stops here. Hopefully a nice clean stop again. 2.7 again for our current ability. That's fine. So we'd expect Magnussen to be past Ricciardo. But we should be out in front of Tsunoda there. Lawson goes past. Here comes Ricciardo. There's K-Mag. Oh, this would be lovely if he stays out here.
That's currently P9.
He does for now. His tyres need to get up to temperature, though. Okay, so 2-stopper it is now. So we've changed the strategy halfway through this one. Alonso pits now as well.
Understood.
The Mercs still 1-2, very close to one another. Danny Rick deploys. Hopefully this is going to be enough. Once these tyres are up to temp, it'll be absolutely fine. And actually that ERS has helped us a lot. Magnussen is coming though.
Okay for charge off.
And Ricciardo's just about got the second on K-Mag. Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris now in the pits as well.
Happy with tires.
Okay.
This is working for Lawson as well because it means he's not going to encounter any traffic. Everyone's pitting in front of him.
Magnussen boxing.
And Magnussen pits behind Ricciardo, so Ricciardo's certainly free of that threat now.
Copy.
So Lawson P5, Ricciardo P6, 5 seconds between them. Bit of a tyre advantage for Danny Rick. And last lap that time around, 1:17.3 for Lawson, 1:8. That's a big margin, 1.3 seconds over Bottas. And what's that, 1.8 on Russell? And Ricciardo, 2 seconds quicker than Russell here. So it's now 19 seconds off the leaders. So Lawson, when the Mercedes, if the Mercedes stopped this lap, would have a 10-second margin. But of course, he still needs to make a second stop. Russell is pitting, so let's have a look at that. So it is the hard tyres. So that does confirm to me that they are going for the one-stopper. Charles Leclerc in as well, hards as well, so I'd expect he's one-stopping as well. Hamilton already on the hards, remember, but he is still one to watch. And there we go, Ricciardo and Lawson do comfortably clear George Russell. So they were, well, George Russell was in the DRS of Ricciardo, first pit stop, so we've got 4 seconds on him so far. Lawson's got a very nice margin, 8 seconds. Right, is Bottas coming in now? He is. Last lap. So we're a second and a half quicker than Hamilton. So yeah, Lawson is going to have to get past Hamilton on the road. It should be pretty simple work, would imagine, with 2 compound softer and fresh tyres. Bottas in then. Would expect him to now come out behind George Russell. Probably by a couple of seconds or so, I'd imagine. Lawson's already clear of Bottas. Ricciardo's past him now. And here comes George. So I would expect George to be past him by a couple of seconds here. And there he goes. Might even be a little bit wider margin because he's got to get his tyres up to temp. So yeah, it's probably going to be 3 to 4 seconds. And we'll see what those laps look like now. But with Lawson, he's got a 10-second lead on the Mercedes, but he has got to stop again. And we're looking to stop around lap 43 with Ricciardo, and the same with Lawson here. Right, this should be easy work, but we might have to wait until the DRS zone, so hopefully we're not going to lose too much time here. And we don't want to make a silly move, Lawson.
Okay, how do you feel?
Has Ricciardo got past that back marker? I think he has. I think Ricciardo will probably have to pass Hamilton as well on the road here. I'll give Lawson a bit of battery just to make sure, but I think it's going to be fine. I bet Max is going to crash, but not sure. Perhaps Max is now down in 11th. He's outside of the points. I don't know if this is wise to get the move done here, because we're just going to give DRS now to Hamilton. And we really don't want to be stuck behind him for another lap.
Copy.
Oh, we got the DRS. I thought we were ahead for the detection, but we won't, so that's absolutely fine. We take the DRS to pull away. Perfect. And we've already got a second on Hamilton, so that's fine. So Lawson is released. Now got to get Ricciardo to close. Well, Hamilton jumps into the pit, so he's not going to have to do that. So where is Hamilton going to filter out? I think he'll probably be outside of the points, will Hamilton. As Russell is the fastest lap, but still 7 seconds behind Ricciardo. Hamilton out. But Hamilton's going to be on the mediums. Everyone else on the hards here. So this is going to be interesting to see. And he's going to come out behind this Alonso-Norris battle. So he is still in the points. Max is a long way back, isn't he? Yeah, so Max is going to struggle to get any points here. Hamilton's one to watch, though, on the mediums. Come on, pit crew. Boys and girls, down at Team Lotus, we need a nice, clean stop here. .6 again for our standards. Very happy with that. It's about where Hamilton is here. I mean, Charles would be even nicer, but I think that's being a bit optimistic. So Sainz has passed. There's Charles. He's going to be past us. There is Hamilton. And we are clear of Hamilton. But he will probably close to us momentarily while we get these tyre temps up. So Lawson into a P7. He's 24 seconds off the lead. That will be about 16 seconds. Once Danny Rick jumps into the pits, Ricciardo then
Okay,
jumps
Daniel,
into the pits. Now we think he will split Hamilton and Norris. Hamilton all on the back of Lawson here. Yellow flag. Momentarily though. Hamilton's going to have us here. Oh, I think he'll get the DRS as well.
Okay. Alrighty.
He does, so that's not ideal for us here.
Sorry for that.
And there's Ricciardo. Pit stop issue, so we missed that because we're looking at Lawson. 4.5 seconds, so we lose 2 seconds in the pit stop there with Ricciardo.
Yeah, copy that.
And we thought Hamilton was going to be the issue for us here because he's on those medium tyres. He's already passed his teammate Charles there.
Okay, next one is Norris.
But we just
Norris,
can't afford to
1.1.
lose time round here.
Behind you, Alonso. 2.5
Danny Rick
minutes.
can burn off that fuel whilst he's in some clean air, although he's right behind Norris actually, so he's going to have to clean that. We haven't got the greatest of battery. Ricciardo's got past Norris, sorry, which is critical. And that's even before the DRS zone, so that's good work from Danny Rick. Very aggressive through there. We like to see that from Daniel Ricciardo. That's lovely. Victor, thanks for the 20, buddy. Much appreciated. Too much love there. Here comes Lawson, though. He's past one Ferrari, is he? No, not quite. We did go harvest there, but we just want to try and save some battery, but it's difficult when we're fighting. Come on, Lawson. You've got to stick in here. That's it. We need to clear Hamilton. Tyres are now up to the temperature that we need. So we'll need to get past Lewis Hamilton very quickly, and then we'll need to push, break the DRS to him, and close in on Oscar Piastri. Ricciardo should pull away from Norris, I'd expect. Right, we should be good from the DRS to Charles because he's dropped 8 tenths back. Hamilton's got a mechanical issue. We'll take that.
Copy box.
Did Lawson just say box? We're not boxing, Liam. Calm yourself down.
I can do it.
You can do it, Liam. You can do it here. Dump that battery. Open that DRS. You've got to make it work here. This is critical for this race. Past Lewis Hamilton. We'll have to harvest again into the first corner. Then we'll go into neutral. Daniel Ricciardo sets the fastest lap of the race. There's pace in this Lotus. Now we've got to use it. 16.5 seconds. Off the lead. Lawson is past Hamilton. Going to push on the fuel now. Ricciardo's got 3 seconds to the Ferrari. It's going to be a long way for Ricciardo, I feel, to get up to the leaders. Oh, this is intense. It is intense for me. I'm sweating over it. Right, now this is critical again. He's got... If he can pick up Oscar through here, that would be lovely. It's not going to happen, though. Come on, come on, Lawson. Pulls out early. Good battery life. We're already part. This could be a double overtake. This would be a lovely. It's already done. Hello. Lawson put the afterburners on there. I don't quite know what happened there, but we used all that battery. We did save a little bit more up, and that has worked very much there.
Here we go.
Look at the battery here. We had DRS as well, obviously, on science, but look at the speed difference.
Looks a lot more promising now.
Well, that's see you never to Sainz and Piastri. Right, it's 15 laps. The gap is 14 seconds to Bottas, 13.5 to Russell. Lawson has got clean air now. There's about what laps we can pump in. And we can do the same as what we just did with Lawson. Hopefully we can replicate it, although Danny Rick is thinking about getting through on the Ferrari here. And because he's done that, we may as well push up here.
Charge off. You're good to push.
He's got that's good work from Daniel Ricciardo. He's got DRS on Charles, so this should be easy pickings. We're going to dump all of the battery here. And then Ricciardo will be 2 seconds off that group of Sainz and Piastri. Fastest lap from Liam Lawson. Now he's in clean air. I think we've missed the harvest there, have we? Nope, we just got it. All
Okay,
right,
charge on.
Ricciardo passed as well.
Charge off.
So last lap, 1:14.6. So 1:16.4 from Russell. How could he do a 16.4, but he's still 2 tenths off? That's not making sense to me. But anyway, 14 seconds. It's 13 laps to go. The benefit the Mercs have got is they're using DRS. If they want to take each other out, then we're all for that. Lawson's within 2.8 of Russell. I think Bottas is going to be too far gone. We've got to get past this traffic that Russell just did. It looks like Van Dorn was out of the way a lot nicer than he was for Russell, though. Now we've got a Williams of Ocon. Hopefully we're going to get DRS off him, though. We're not, though. But he did get out of the way nicely. So it is just 2 seconds to George Russell here. So it's Drugovich now, and that will be the only traffic until the end of the race, I'd expect. But it is 2 laps to go. And we need Drugovich out of the way nicely here. Have to use everything we've got in these tyres now.
Copy, mate.
I think Danny Rick can attack.
A little bit if you can, please.
Let's try to take opportunity.
Georgina, looking forward to seeing Lewis driving the car tomorrow. Yeah, very much. It's going to be a nice touch. Oh no, come on. That's lost us even more time. There's the Mercedes of George Russell. We can see him. It is 2.3 seconds. Where are we going to pass him on a last lap?
We need a little bit more lift off, please.
Okay, understood.
2.2 seconds. Bottas has got the win. We will not be able to close that.
Big push, we could get it.
Russell, I think we could close up to him, but where are we going to overtake him if we're not in his DRS here? We're not going to be in the DRS here. Also, I think if Senna didn't die, Prost would have also stuck around longer. Yeah, perhaps. It's 1.4 to George Russell. Battery has gone.
Copy.
We needed another lap or two, I feel.
Last lap.
Copy. Copy.
1.1. He is only on 0.1 of fuel as well. We've got to be mindful of that.
Copy.
Well, it is balanced. That's fine. That's fine.
Copy. Copy.
Half a lap to go then. I don't think it's going to happen. Lawson, half a second, 6 tenths back from George Russell. There we see him.
Copy.
Can we do anything into these last 2 corners? Liam Lawson, currently P3, gaining well here. Looking to the outside, Liam Lawson. Is he going to do something on the final 2 corners round the outside? George is still there, but Liam Lawson is through. He's got no battery, though. It's going to be a drag to the line. Has George got enough? But the line...
Okay, understood.
We out of fuel. We ran out of fuel, chat. We ran out of fuel. No! Said the fuel was fine. No.
Good job.
No. The fuel was not critical, unless I didn't see it right at the end there.
Mate, I would call that
Lawson ran out of fuel, but he had enough to coast to the line, but it meant George got straight back past him. Says we get the same time as George Russell, but it's not going to be P2. It's going to be P3. Ricciardo P4.
That was a good day. Well,
That is a good result for us. I mean, I don't know if the one-stop would have worked. It would have been hard.
Yeah, it is a good day.
Georgina, I think you came third. We did.
And,
We
make sure we
did.
switch
Oh,
off the car completely when you stop, please.
we need.
Go to
Look at
P0.
Lawson just sat there. We needed a dribble more fuel, and we would have had Russell. All that hard work, that great move around the outside. Oh, means nothing. What an anticlimax there, as we just ran out of fuel, but it was a good battle. It was tense out there. But a good result, third and fourth. We did start first and second, but those Mercs were very quick. They were right on Ricciardo, and we had to stop, of course, because the tyres. So I think Mercedes did have the pace over us today, but a good race. What can I say about that? But that's Lawson's first ever podium in Formula One. It's also, of course, by default, his first podium for Team Lotus. So all in all, we have to take it as a good result. But that should have been a P2. The fuel, we did go to conserve the fuel there, and then it ticked straight back over, and it wasn't in the red. But normally it doesn't go back to the red though when you're on the medium setting. So I'm not quite sure what happened there, but evidently we ran out of fuel. But as I say, we needed literally a couple of dribbles, and we would have done that. So here we have it though. Valtteri Bottas is leading this Drivers' Championship, so he will extend that once we get to the Drivers' Championship stream. But it's a win again for Valtteri Bottas. The mullet man from Finland is just doing big things out here on his return to Mercedes. He's out of Lewis Hamilton's shadow, and he's leading that team to glory at the moment. But it is a 1-2 for Mercedes. Bottas wins it. George Russell second. Liam Lawson, as we say, third. Should have been second there, but it is third, and it is a fastest lap, so he does take a bonus point, so 16 points in total. Daniel Ricciardo fourth. Charles Leclerc fifth. Carlos Sainz sixth. Oscar Piastri 7th. Lewis Hamilton, I said he was one to watch, but that strategy obviously didn't work in the end because he's down 2 and finishes 8th. Lando Norris 9th, and Fernando Alonso finishes 10th. And that does mean no points for Max Verstappen. Developed that engine issue, and he finishes 12th in the end. So no points for Max, and just 8 for Red Bull in total. Let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship then. So as I say, it is Bottas leading the way, and actually his closest competitor before today was Max, and he scores no points. And even Oscar and Lando, who were closest to him, scoring 6 and 2 respectively. So it's a very good weekend for Valtteri, who's really extending that gap, isn't he now? What's that, a 48-point advantage he's got now? So yeah, good work from Bottas. Oscar Piastri moves up to second in the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen down to third, trying to retain this Drivers' Championship. Looking difficult. He's only won one race all season. Lando Norris fourth. Charles Leclerc is in fifth. Daniel Ricciardo up 1, now on 70 points. With 12 points again today. I think we got 13 for Daniel Ricciardo all of last season. So very, very good indeed. Lewis Hamilton drops to 7th. Carlos Sainz 8th. George Russell 9th. So George in the other Mercedes is 100 points behind Valtteri Bottas after 7 races. So George struggling with the almighty power of that mullet in Valtteri Bottas. Liam Lawson is into the top 10 with 16 points. And he's on 26 points into 10th. And we then have Fernando Alonso dropping to 11th, K-Mag 12th, and still no other team to score. So it's only these 6 teams that have scored so far, which is Red Bull, McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin, and Team Lotus. The others really struggling so far this season. Constructors then, so McLaren were in first. Pretty awful weekend, actually. Only 8 points. So then we have Mercedes in first, McLaren in second, Red Bull third. So there's a bit of a gap forming there. Ferrari 4th, and then Team Lotus 5th, Aston Martin 6th. And as I've said, the rest of the teams yet to score. So a real power struggle, really, with a top 6 and then the bottom 5 really struggling. So I think our battle is with Aston Martin, although it looks pretty good here. As I say, their design work, they're going to propel forward. We're going to come backwards. So let's see how that works out. So we've got to gain as many points as we can now. But that's my season objective, is 5th. So let's see how that goes. But in the end, we were very close to our first victory here in Imola. It was a difficult one to manage in terms of the strategy. Of course, we set up to go on the 1-stop, but we weren't expecting as much tyre degradation as we had on both drivers. We were pushing to maintain that sort of 1-2, and the Mercedes just had really good pace. So I do think switching to that 2-stop was the way to go. Also, Danny Rick with the Mercedes right on his gearbox before he jumped into the pits. I did see, looking back, we didn't watch the replay, Drugovich had a spin. Danny Rick had 4-second gap on the Mercedes. Drugovich's spin, as I say, I didn't look at the replay, but that 4 seconds then turned into, half a second. So I think Drugovich must have spun in front of Danny Rick, and it caused him to lose a few seconds behind that incident. And that's why the Mercedes were right on Daniel Ricciardo. So who knows? If that wouldn't have happened, we may have kept Danny Rick out. But it is what it is. The 2-stopper nearly worked, of course, for Liam Lawson. It did work in terms of getting George Russell until we ran out of fuel. I also looked that back and it was never in the red. So that is something we need to keep an eye on in the future. But it was unlucky. I think we should have really got second, but we don't. Liam Lawson third, Ricciardo fourth. We will still take it, but we're still hunting that first win of the season and of the series. If you've made it all the way to the end of this episode, thank you again for your support. It is highly appreciated. And if you haven't already, if you can, before you go, just smash a like on the video. And we're going to be back very soon with the next episode in our Team Lotus F1 Manager series.